2017-2018 Teacher of the Year. Teacher of the Year, how are they doing?
Every campus selects a Teacher of the Year who is nominated by their peers and voted upon by their peers, and so we're here to celebrate the great teachers we have in Weslaco ISD.
Congratulations, Janae Gardenas, Early Learning Foundation Academy Teacher of the Year.
My passion for doing this is because I enjoy doing this. I've always enjoyed working with kids. I love seeing them learn. I love seeing them excited to do the next activity.
We are introducing our Teacher of the Year for Margot Elementary for 27-18, Mrs. Alba Cavazos.
I've always been the type that I don't look at their disabilities, but I always look at their abilities and what they have to offer. And, you know, a lot of people shy away from it, but to me it's a blessing.
Ms. Boswell, Teacher of the Year, Sam Houston Elementary.
Feels like I should have not retired and snuck away in the summer. You know that I hate attention. This is so embarrassing. I am allowed because I don't have to test, I don't have to do anything just to love the kids. So I am so blessed, and I am so happy that I got to come back to this campus 20 years ago, and I would go nowhere else. I love you guys.
Our job is not an easy one to do. It takes a very special person to do it. So in my book, all the teachers at Silva Elementary are Teacher of the Year. But thank you very much. It's an honor, an extreme honor. Thank you.
Ms. Garcia, Gonzales Elementary 2017-2018 Teacher of the Year. Not everybody is named Teacher of the Year. What is your secret, ma'am?
I guess just seeing every student as an individual and treating them as individuals and honoring what they bring into the classroom.
Congratulations, Ms. Torres, your 2017-2018 FDR Teacher of the Year.
I'm very excited, and thank you guys. Thank you for everybody that voted for me. I think the good leadership that we have at our school has helped. And well, I've been teaching for 24 years, so it's a long time. So, and I'm a special ed teacher, so it's fun.
I'm a little emotional right now because my kiddos are here. Oh my goodness. I love the class. I love what I do. But really, they make it special every year. My favorite teacher was my second grade teacher, Miss Kidd, at Margot Elementary. And I said, to this day, I still thank her and attribute so much of who I am as a teacher.
I always try to engage my students and let them enjoy what they do. I feel like if they enjoy what they're doing, they're going to learn without even realizing it.
All right, congratulations, boys and girls. How about a big hand for our Teacher of the Year for Kleckler Held Elementary, Ms. Cuellar.
Did you guys know that Mr. Laurel is our Teacher of the Year for Weslaco East High School? Teacher of the Year.
What do you attribute your success to?
All these kids that I've had over the years, and if you just kind of scan the room, you'll see a bunch of them. It's really, I'm riding on their coattails, their successes. I've had a lot of great students, and they make it seem as if I'm a great teacher, but it's really them being great students.
And what do you attribute to your success to?
Hard work and dedication. I'm here, from before school starts till after, as long as I have to stay to get the job done.
Boys and girls, Ms. Villegas is our Teacher of the Year this year. Let's give her a big round of applause.
And what do you attribute all of your success to being the Teacher of the Year?
Being surrounded by very good co-workers. I've had some of the best teachers that I could have ever asked for as mentors.
And what? Tell me a little bit about those mentors. What do they mean to you?
They've been like mothers, sisters, friends. Everything that I've learned from them.
Well, congratulations, Ms. Perla Lopez, Mario Ibarra, Elementary 2017-2018 Teacher of the Year. How are they?
Great. I'm speechless right now. I didn't think anything of it. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. My students, they are hard workers. They try very hard. And I push myself, my administration that pushes me to become better, and my coworkers that are always there for me.
I want to introduce you to our Teacher of the Year for 2017-2018.
So what is your secret to success?
They are. Their success. Their success is my success.
Yes, there are. Thank you.
What is the secret to your success?
I think a relationship with the students is something I built here in my classroom, a culture, like for example, we're in a circle right now, so I talk to them a lot, try to get to know them.
And they're here to recognize, what do you think? Our very own teacher, Mrs. Pinkerton, for Teacher of the Year for 2018. Woo!
Yes, it is. I didn't expect it, so it was like I was really caught off guard, especially since I didn't make Teacher of the Month at all this year. So it caught me off guard. I guess my hard work and dedication. I was raised in a family where my dad pushed hard work ethic, and it doesn't make a difference what we focused on as long as we tried 100%.
This year, your fellow teachers nominated and selected Ms. Trevino to be your Teacher of the Year. So give her a round of...
Who are some of those people that have helped you out along the way?
Well, first of all, I would be my principal because he's been there for me. If I ever needed something, I know I could always go and trust him. Also, my coworkers, they have influenced me also. So those are some of the people that have helped me out.
Students, I don't know if you realize this, but you happen to be in the classroom with the B. Garza Teacher of the Year.
My students, I make connections with my students, and my students always bring out the best in me. And I have a passion for what I do. I really love doing what I do. And so always excited and looking forward to coming to work. So.
Congratulations, you are the Teacher of the Year for B. Garza Middle School. Congratulations.
Hey, Miss Elise. Congratulations, you are our Teacher of the Year.
look up to? Any mentors in your life that has helped you along the way?
All of my coworkers, actually, they support us and they help me out.
All right, congratulations, Miss Solis, the Teacher of the Year for Mary Hogue Middle School.
Morning, morning. Mr. Staita, congratulations for our Teacher of the Year for Dr. Manifest.
I try to come in every day to work, and I try to help out as many kids as I can.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Sustaita. Boyat Middle School 2017-2018 Teacher of the Year.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone.
Airport Elementary would like to recognize you as being Airport's Teacher of the Year.
What do you attribute your success to?
My mother. She always instilled in us girls, my sisters and I are all teachers, and she always instilled in us to work hard and to always remember where we come from and always put others first before ourselves.
Congratulations, Ms. Rodriguez, Airport Elementary Teacher of the Year. And hello, everybody, and welcome to Weslaco ISD, where we are honoring our teachers at the annual Teacher of the Year banquet. The theme is You Are Number One in Our Book. And we are over here with Dr. Priscilla Canales. I'm Carlos Robledo from WISD. And what an honor. You know, we just saw a video right now of us honoring all the teachers and visiting with them. That was a lot of fun. And here we're honoring them with a banquet.
It is an honor. Today is about our Teachers of the Year from every single campus. And later on, we're going to be announcing the Teacher of the Year for elementary schools and for secondary schools. And they will represent our great district at regional competition.
Now, what is special to you is that your mom was a teacher. Of course, you've been in education your entire life, but you grew up a child of a teacher.
I did grow up a child of a teacher. And sometimes at home, not sometimes, a lot of times at home, Mother would talk about her experiences teaching kids in a nearby town and how important it was for her as a teacher to make sure that all her students felt successful and were successful, not just in first grade and later on when she taught fourth grade, but in life. So teaching is a big part of me and my family.
Now, you had an opportunity already to talk to our Teachers of the Year. We have all the Teachers of the Year that are here for each campus. But you also had an opportunity to tell them that not only do they teach, but they do so much more in that classroom.
They do. A teacher is someone who gives many, many gifts, not just for the current year, but for the rest of lives. So that's really important. So not only are teachers about the content areas, reading, writing, math, science, social studies, music education, they're also about teaching our kids on how to be winners for life, how to grow up with grace, to understand that life isn't going to be easy, but with effort and getting back up, you can do anything that you want to do. It's about building confidence and leadership skills and character and integrity. So we create the future. Our teachers create the future.
And you also talked a little bit about how it's not just about test scores. You know, of course, we always want our kids to do their very, very best, but getting results at everything that we do.
Yes, at Weslaco ISD, we are the right choice, and we're aiming to be the best at everything. We want our children to soar academically. We want them to soar athletically, and we want them to soar in the arts and many more, because it's a well-rounded individual who achieves lots of great things and gives back in lots of great ways for life.
All right, Dr. Canales, thank you very much for being here with us. A little, kind of like a little preview before the luncheon that we have here. I know that you have a lot of guests here, all the teachers, so we'll go ahead and let you go right now. And let's have some fun here this afternoon. Oh.
And I'd like to give a shout out to all our Weslaco ISD teachers. They're amazing, getting great results, creating confidence in children, and winners across Weslaco ISD. So teachers, we thank you, we salute you. This is your week, but for us, every day is a salute to you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Dr. Canales. All right, so we will have a lot more that'll be going on during our Teacher of the Year luncheon. Number one in our book, we have a lot of announcements to make. We're going to recognize all of our teachers, and we're also going to announce the Teacher of the Year for the high schools or for the secondary campuses and also for the elementaries. Now, let's send it over to Mike Gonzalez, who has another very special guest. Mike.
All right, Carlos, thank you very much. I'm joined by longtime Weslaco ISD educator, Miss Sue Peterson, who is now the assistant superintendent at the school. Well, Ms. Peterson, another school year, another luncheon for these Teachers of the Year, huh?
Yes, this is what I'm calling the first banquet of Banquet Month. So we kick off a lot of celebrations this year, and honoring our Teachers of the Year is the first for this season.
And why don't you talk to us about what this luncheon means to these teachers? I mean, we're celebrating what they've done for our district and for the kids, huh?
I know that every one of these teachers feels very special because they were selected by their peers, and they know that they work with many great teachers. So to be acknowledged amongst their peers is very special. So I know today they are feeling very special, maybe a little bit, I think humble also, because they do what they do every day and they do it with a lot of heart. So sometimes they don't feel like they're doing anything special, but they truly are. And we appreciate each and every one of them.
Absolutely, Ms. Peterson. And I understand you're one of the judges. You're part of this committee. Talk to us about what it's like. I mean, you have to read some essays and you do different kinds of things. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I read all of the secondary essays, and it's a series of questions that the teachers are asked to respond to. And they are anonymous. We don't know who's writing each one, but they were amazing. And so it's a very difficult decision when you go to select just one to be recognized as our district teacher of the year. And I have read elementary before, so I'm sure the elementary applications were equally amazing. Every teacher here is special. They have all touched their students' lives, and each one of them talked about the passion they have for what they do.
And is there anything in particular you look for in the essays that maybe they have to probably stand out a little bit?
A couple of the questions that I look at, one is the message that they would take if they're selected, because our district teachers of the year go on to the regional competition, go on to the state. So one question they're asked is what the message would be to other teachers if they were selected Teacher of the Year. So I really read that one very carefully, looking for an important message. And also the other one I really look at is what they think the most significant topic is in education today. So those are the two that are kind of the deciding points for me.
All right, well, Ms. Peterson, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the luncheon. Carlos, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. And we're now here with Abel Aguilar, who Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Instruction, a former teacher himself. First of all, Mr. Aguilar, tell me how the food is. How's the food here?
You know, kudos to our food department, to Ms. Dora Pena. Awesome job, wonderful meal. Thank you so much. Everyone's enjoying it. But I also want to take time, Carlos, before we move forward. Kay West does a phenomenal job every time.
That's okay.
Every time.
We're going to make you look good no matter what. You don't have to say that. Tell me a little bit about this, what is going on here today, because you have some of the top teachers that we have here in the district, because they're the Teachers of the Year. But we have so many fantastic teachers throughout the entire district. It was hard just to pick one from each campus, I'm sure.
That is very difficult to do. As a former principal, a lot goes into it. You look at your whole, campus, you look at everyone that's involved, all the output that is given from our teachers, everything that it takes. And it's very difficult to narrow it down to just one particular teacher. But as you can see, we're in a room filled with the best of the best for this school year. And we're very excited. We're very excited to recognize them. They've made their mark, and that's why they're here.
I know that there's a lot of changes that are going on with the school district, because we have the Aquatics Academy now, there's Folklorico that's going on. I know at FDR, they have their own little TV station going. There's just so many opportunities here for kids at WISD, especially at that elementary level.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice. There's so much being offered for our students. Now we're progressing, academics, all that is being offered to our students is wonderful, but we cannot do it without everyone doing their part. And it starts here with the celebration of our Teachers of the Year. They're here for a reason, and we're excited to recognize them.
You're going to go up there on that podium. You're going to say a few words. Well, can you kind of give us a little preview what you're going to tell these teachers?
Well, it's pretty much what they've heard already, with discussions we had earlier, what they've heard on their campus. But, teachers of the year, individuals, they don't like to talk about themselves. They don't like to recognize all the accomplishments that they've set forth. And it's very difficult to encapsulate everything, in a short period of time, or something that they're just writing on a, piece of paper that they're submitting an essay. But, everything that they do is just tremendous what they do, and we're very excited. Their students are the main beneficiaries of what gets done in our district. So
we had a good time going to all the campuses. That was so much fun, giving them a little prize and then announcing that they were the teachers of the year. That was such a special moment.
That was a highlight. For me, that was a highlight. It was fast and furious that day, just going to every campus, but it was a highlight. I love seeing their emotions, their expressions, who they thanked, for their successes along the way. But it was great. I'm glad we had that opportunity, to do that with our Teachers of the Year and with each campus.
Yeah, it took us a couple of days, but we were able to get to every campus. The K-West crew was following them along, the assistant superintendents and the superintendent going out there to honor them. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Mr. Aguilar, for being here. And we'll see him later on a little bit during our luncheon that is going on here. The Teacher of the Year luncheon, number one in our book, is the theme. All right, let's send it over to Mike Gonzalez for another guest. Mike.
All right, Carlos, standing here with me is Sam Houston Teacher of the Year, Coach Melinda Boswell. Coach, well, this is it for you. You're enjoying your last luncheon. You're going to retire after this year. How much fun are you having?
I'm having fun. It is my last year. I'm not ready to come to that realization yet, of course. So I'm enjoying every last second.
Yeah. 34 years as an educator, 27 of those at WISD. We have some very young teachers in our district that are eager, that are hungry, that are motivated, just like you were in your younger days. What advice would you give these teachers as their career progresses?
I wish you would have told me these questions before we started. When I first started teaching, I was very naive, and I would just really admire those older teachers that the kids would they could say it and they would do it. And when you're young, it just doesn't seem like that happens for you. But I think if you let the kids know that you care, then usually they'll come around for you, and it just gets easier. Don't give up.
May 25th is the last day of school. That's 24 days from now. So let's go to May 25th, 3:45 p.m. The bell rings. Ring. What is that moment going to be like for you?
Well, I'm not going to be there. Okay. I am having some injections in my knee, so the next few Fridays I get to leave early, so I'll miss all of that. But every year I get emotional because every year you come back and everything is different. So, I don't know that it'll be different, and I do plan on coming back and visiting. So it's not goodbye, it's see you later.
And so what plans do you have as we go into this retirement? I mean, this is where, you get to enjoy life now, huh?
Yes, we are. Every summer since I started working, we spend the summers in Oklahoma. I do. My husband coached for all those years, so he would join me later. But we have a cabin on a lake, so we'll stay there. They've given us permission to stay for the whole year if we need to. We're going to get our house ready to sell if anybody wants to buy a house. And we'll spend at least through Christmas in Oklahoma, and then we're going to winter somewhere where it's warm, whether that be here or my parents have a house in Arizona. We'll be everywhere. We're going to travel.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be here in Weslaco where you're always welcome. But my last question to you is, where can I get one of those Team Boswell t-shirts?
Anyone on our campus would love to give you a Team Boswell shirt because I don't imagine they'll be wearing them again.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for everything you've done for the school district, and you enjoy the rest of the luncheon.
I thank you, and thank you, K-West, for all you guys do. Love you.
All right, Carlos, let's go back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. And check this out. We have a science teacher, Mike Vasquez from B. Garza Middle School. And check this out as he is decked out here with all those formulas on his suit. And this is one that he had to have for Teacher of the Year for the luncheon. This is awesome. Where did you find this?
I went online, actually. I was doing a search for suits, and then I decided to type in science, and this is what came up, and And I showed it to my students, and they all loved it. And so here I am wearing it today.
I bet you every science teacher who is watching this video right now just wants to get a hold of that. We won't tell them. That way you could kind of be exclusive to it. Right.
That's right. We'll keep it on the wraps here.
Tell me a little bit, what an honor is it to be here today? You talked a little bit about, we saw a little preview video about how you have a passion for it. How does that passion carry you on every day?
Just coming to work, the passion it's always been there. I love to see the transformation occur among my students. When you take them from the beginning of the school year and then taking them all the way to the end, and just to see them grow in learning about science, but not only just science, but in life, lessons of life. And that's what I like to share with my students, to see them grow. And I always wanted to be successful, so I'm always looking for that. And that passion, it's always been there. I love what I do, and like I said, I like working with students.
You get them at a very special time in their life, middle school. You know, in elementary, they're following what the teacher says. In middle school, they're kind of developing and learning who they're going to be, what they're going to do later on in life. It has to be a special time for them. Sometimes I'm sure for middle school it's a little bit of a struggle, but you have them at a very special time of their life.
Yeah, well, I get them in 8th grade, and that's the beauty of 8th grade, because their maturity kicks in, and then they're trying to decide what is it that they want to do in life. And if you really take time to listen to the students, and they get to share, and then you can kind of guide them in the direction. And even if it doesn't work out, as long as you have something at the end in mind where you want to be, you will always follow through on it. So that's the way I see it.
What has it been like for you to win this honor for B Guards? Because there's only one teacher of the year for the entire campus, and we know there's a lot of teachers at every campus. So what's it been like? Is it something special? Is it something that maybe as part of your career, is it something that you wanted to accomplish?
Really, I see the excitement of my students, and that's the greatest reward, because they say that I deserve it. And to come from them, it means a lot, because I know that I try to do my best and working with them and to ensure that they're successful in everything that they do. So it's when it comes from them, it's more meaningful, and it's something special, because I already made those connections with my students at the beginning and to where we're at now, and I can inspire, I can motivate them whenever they need to be motivated. So it's special, and it's also a great honor to be recognized by your colleagues. That's true, but like I said, it goes back to my students and them being excited for me that I won, and that's, to me, the exciting part.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Mr. Vasquez.
All right. Well,
all right. Check out the suit. That one he'll be wearing here throughout the rest of the school year, I'm sure, at different events. Thank you very much for being here. Let's send it over to Mike Gonzalez, who's got his another guest for us. Mike.
All right, Carlos, standing here with me is Rudy Silva, elementary teacher, Leticia Hasso Vallejo. Ms. Hasso, this is your first experience here at the luncheon. How is it going for you?
Well, it's going well. The food is delicious. It was prepared by WISD staff, and we're really enjoying it. It's nice to just relax and have a grown-up lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed in the video that you said when we were showing it a little bit earlier is that it takes a special person to be a teacher. Well, what makes you say that, and kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
Okay. Well, what makes me say that is seeing the teachers that I work with. Every morning I walk in and I see, Ms. Valdez, Ms. Gutierrez, Ms. Leal, Mr. Leal, Mr. Chavez. I see them getting focused, getting ready for the day, and that's because they've stayed there working, planning, getting ready, and then on top of all the objectives and everything that teachers have to teach, we also are human beings and we love the children. So I think the reason I believe it takes a special person is because I know how difficult it is to have that balance, to cover all the objectives that need to be taught, and at the same time continue being a loving, caring individual to these students. And I'm blessed because I have so many examples, to pick and choose from on my campus. Rudy Silva has amazing teachers.
As you mentioned, you are human. And so mentally, you got to prepare yourself every morning to get ready for the task and for the students and to make a difference. Tell us what it's like for you. What is your routine like in the morning? Do you have a favorite album you listen to or a song or anything like that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, I'm a teacher, but I'm a mom too. So every morning I drive into school with my boys to go to school with me, Mario and Beto. Mario's in 4th grade and Beto's in 3rd grade. I have a little girl too, but she doesn't go to school with me. So every day we drive in to school, and on the drive we say our prayers. And at the end of our prayers, I always ask, Dear Lord, help me to be a kind, patient, and loving mother, wife, daughter, sister, teacher, and friend. And I know He hears me because He gets me through it every day. And that's what I do in the morning to get ready for my day.
Hey, power of prayer, you cannot go wrong with that, and I think the students really appreciate that as well. Well, Ms. Vallejo, congratulations on the honor. You enjoy the rest of the luncheon. Carlos, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. And we're getting started here, they're about to get started here with the luncheon that is taking place right now on the campus at WISD, or the administration building, where it is the theme, you are number one in our book, the Teacher of the Year luncheon. Tonight, or this afternoon, we're going to find out who is the Teacher of the Year for elementary and for secondary, and we'll also meet all of our winners from all of our campus. So let's go ahead and send it over to the podium where they're getting ready to get started. Thank you very much for being here.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue. We had a wonderful lunch. Before we continue, I do want to thank our food service department, Mrs. Dora Pena, and all her staff for a wonderful job. Thank you. And now to introduce our... Come on out, ladies. Come on out. Ms. Pena, thank you to you and your staff as always. You do a phenomenal job. The meal was wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now to introduce our Elementary Teacher of the Year candidates is last year's winner, Mrs. Carolyn Donaldson, who was a winner for Northbridge, and also the representative for Weslaco ISD as an Elementary Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Donaldson.
And I'm told I can say a few words, so I'll make them very few. When people are talking about why they became educators, I had to reflect on why I became one. In high school, I had a teacher named Mr. Bernard. He wasn't Bernard because he didn't want to be a dog, but I told him I was going to be a teacher, and he looked me straight in the eye and said, "Why do you want to do that? You can't make a living. Why do you want to do that?" And I said, "Because I want to make a difference. I love kids. I love teaching. If I have to work outside jobs, that's what I'm going to do." In Massachusetts, unfortunately, that was reality. I was mentioning my first year, my take-home pay was $6,000 flat. Plus, I got a pink slip every spring to say you didn't have a job because we don't know if we have money. So when the opportunity came down to join Weslaco, I jumped at the opportunity, and it's been my home ever since. And I wouldn't choose any other home. Northbridge, Weslaco ISD, you have really honored me this year. Thank you. And now for the I'm kind of short. My fifth graders are excited because they're bigger than me. And now my honor to introduce all the elementary teachers of the year. Faculty at Airport Drive Elementary School selected a math teacher who began her career as a substitute and enjoyed it so much that she joined the field. She has now been teaching for 19 years. Airport's Teacher of the Year is Viviana Rodriguez. You get to stay up. They're supposed to stay up. Oh. Representing A.N. Tony Rico Elementary School is a Weslaco High School graduate who also fell in love with teaching when she volunteered to tutor her young readers. After 22 years, she is still going strong. Teacher of the Year is Enedelia Buenrostro. get to be in the middle. Congratulations. The Kleckler-Held Teacher of the Year is completing her Master's in Educational Leadership this month. She has served Kleckler-Held as a fourth grade writing teacher for the past 4 years. The Teacher of the Year is Clara Cuellar. Dr. R.E. Margot Elementary School selected a teacher who has served our special needs students for the past 38 years. Teacher of the Year is Maria Alba Cavazos. The Teacher of the Year for the Early Learning Foundations Academy was the Weslaco High School valedictorian for the class of 2007. She now helps our pre-K students become school ready. The Teacher of the Year is Janae Cardenas. F.D. Roosevelt Elementary selected a teacher that is devoted to helping our students with special needs. She has been a part of Weslaco ISD for 11 years. The Teacher of the Year is Norma Torres. The Teacher of the Year for Justice Raul A. Gonzalez Elementary is someone who helps our bilingual students with their reading. She has been a part of the WISD family for 3 years. She is Maria G. Garcia. Memorial Elementary selected a faculty member who completed her Master's in Education with a 4.0. She has taught fourth grade bilingual students for 14 years. Her name is Leticia Flores. The next Teacher of the Year is another bilingual teacher. She has spent her entire education career at her favorite campus, Northbridge Elementary. She is Veronica Villegas. The PFC Mario Ibarra Elementary Teacher of the Year is a kindergarten teacher who also serves as a technology coach. She is already helping our young students with code and robotics. The Teacher of the Year is Perla Lopez. At the Rodolfo Rudy Silva Jr. Elementary Campus, the Teacher of the Year is also a kindergarten teacher. As a musician at heart, she has already directed mariachi and choir grades 1st through 3rd and has written the song for the school. Our Teacher of the Year is Leticia Jasso Vallejo. Representing the faculty at Sam Houston Elementary is a PE coach who has helped our students activate their bodies and minds for more than 25 years. The Teacher of the Year is Melinda Boswell. Let's have a big round of applause for our 2018 Elementary Teachers of the Year. And now is picture time for principals.
Thank you, Nix.
Thank you. Next is Dr. Carolina Lopez, who will introduce the secondary teachers.
Good afternoon. I don't know if it's a good idea to give me the microphone, but I promise to be brief. First of all, congratulations to all the Teachers of the Year. Felicidades. As an ELA teacher, we're natural storytellers, so I'm going to share a brief story with you today. A couple of weeks ago, I was at Weslaco East attending Career Day, and I ran into one of our school board members, Mr. Patrick Kennedy. And he was there as a guest speaker, and so I got to speaking to him before his presentation, and he asked me what seems to be the million-dollar question that everyone has been asking me lately. So how do you like it? How do you like being in your new role? And without hesitation, I said, oh, it's been so hard, and I've cried so much. And immediately I saw this flash of panic in his face, as if thinking, oh no, what is she going to tell me, right? And so I realized what my response must have sounded like, and I said, well, the thing is, I miss my students. I miss them dearly. I miss every minute of being in the classroom. I miss hearing them tell me about the cool new movie that's about to come out on the weekend. I miss hearing a recap of their play-by-play of the last game that they had. And so I shared that when I go to Dr. Cuellar, my classroom is the last one I visit, because I know that when I leave, I'm going to be a wreck, and I'll have to hold it together until I get out the building and I'm in my car and the floodgates just open. And that's what happens when you love what you do every day, even on your worst days. So thank you for loving what you do. Thank you for teaching with humility, for allowing yourself to be vulnerable in your classroom. Thank you for being an irreplaceable, for opening your heart and caring. And most of all, thank you for never forgetting what it feels like to be a student, because that's what great teachers do. Muchísimas felicidades, y les digo todo esto de corazón. Congratulations. So now let's meet our 2018 Secondary Teachers of the Year. Beatrice G. Garza, Middle School Teacher of the Year, is an 8th grade science teacher who also coordinates 15 coaches and 130 students for UIL competition. The Teacher of the Year is Mr. Michael Steve Vasquez. Our Teacher of the Year at Central Middle School started her career in the medical field, but a tutoring job at the Boys and Girls Club helped her fall in love with teaching. She now teaches 8th grade U.S. History at Central. She is Rosalinda Pinkerton. Just got some insight. Her sister is the Teacher of the Year. Ooh, so they made it the Year of the Sisters. Awesome. At Dr. Armando Cuellar Middle School, the faculty selected a special education teacher who provides inclusion services to our students. He also coaches football, basketball, and track, and field, and UIL. His 14 years of teaching have all been at Cuellar. The Dr. Armando Cuellar Middle School Teacher of the Year is Ricardo Sustaita. The Mary Hogue Middle School Teacher of the Year recently traveled to Germany with her students through the pages of the book, The Boy in the Wooden Box by Leon Layson. This language arts teacher loves to immerse her students in a good book. Our Teacher of the Year is Cecilia Solis. The next Teacher of the Year also teaches language arts at the Horton campus. She is especially proud that her students so willingly participated in the RGV food drive when they themselves were experiencing need. The Horton Teacher of the Year is Rebecca Reina. Her fascination with the past led the CTE Early College High School Teacher of the Year to a career in teaching history. She is currently working on her master's to become a dual enrollment instructor and help her students obtain their associates. The Teacher of the Year is Rosalinda Treviño. Representing South Palm Gardens High School is a special education teacher with a PE certification. In the 3 years she has been at South Palms, she has set up a weight room and a running club for her students. The South Palm Gardens High School Teacher of the Year is Jessica Ferrer. When her cell biology class failed to excite her, this pre-med major signed up for a women's literature class and went on to double major in English and Spanish with a minor in women's studies. The Weslaco High School Teacher of the Year is Edna de la Cruz. It all adds up for the Weslaco East High School Teacher of the Year. This business education teacher and UIL accounting coach has a 6-year winning streak. His accounting team has won all RGV UIL invitational meets. The teacher of the year is Gumicindo Laurel. Let's have a big round of applause for our 2018 Secondary Teachers of the Year.
Oh. Go in. Finding the next step. And now for the big announcements. I'll give everybody a chance to get to their seat while I grab my glasses. We don't want to make a mistake on this one. So and now it's time to find out who will represent our school district at the regional level. And I'll let Mr. Aguilar announce the elementary teacher of the year for our district first.
Thank you, Mrs. Peterson. This is a very difficult task. It really is. It is difficult. You can't encapsulate everything in just one essay, that is submitted, because there's just so many wonderful things that take place day in, day out with everyone. But we do have a winner, and at this time, our elementary teacher of the year for Weslaco ISD for 2018 is Mrs. Veronica Villegas from Northbridge Elementary. As I was reading the secondary applications, I thought all of our students are in such great hands because there are so many wonderful teachers in our district, and every single one of them could be teacher of the year, but we have to make one choice. So the secondary teacher of the year is Edna de la Cruz, Weslaco High School. Again, I want to congratulate our Teachers of the Year for Weslaco ISD. Let's give them another round of applause. And I want to also thank Mindy Munoz for working closely with our public information for coordinating this, getting the committee together to vote and read everything and make a decision. Like I said, it's very difficult. But, everyone here works very hard, and we thank you for everything that you do. For closing remarks, before we close it out, I have a burning question. I want to know what designer you're wearing, Mr. Vasquez. It's been on my mind since I saw you. Is it Ralph Lauren? Is it Valentino? I don't know. Armani, but, in the spirit of teacher appreciation, everything you do, awesome. I think it's learned behavior for Mr. Garlic. I think that's what it is on there. Miami Vice. Once again, on behalf of Dr. Canales, our Weslaco ISD School Board, and everyone here at Central Office, congratulations to all our candidates. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for making Weslaco ISD proud. This concludes our program for today.
Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, Ms. Dela Cruz. Wow, not only is she Teacher of the Year for Weslaco High School, but also Teacher of the Year for the entire school district, secondary, and it's your birthday. How does it feel?
I feel honored. And can I say hi to my mom? Because she might be watching right now.
Probably watching right now.
It's humbling, and I love this district, and I just want to thank my students because they made this happen.
I know you talked about that. You talked about that during our interview when we went to go award you the Teacher of the Year for Weslaco High School. Tell me a little bit more about your students. How much do they mean to you? Because being a teacher, like we talked about earlier, it's not just about teaching them how to read or write, but a whole lot more.
I think my favorite part of teaching has been those conversations that go beyond just the books. And I think that's what they love particularly about the class as well. And I've had wonderful experiences at Weslaco High, and every group has been memorable in their own way. And so, the year's going to end, and I'm going to miss them, and I call them my kiddos because they're like my children. But it's not just about what they read or what they're writing, but sometimes it's what you can teach them about the world and about loving and understanding each other. So. Yeah.
AP English teacher at Weslaco High School, the Teacher of the Year for the school district. Congratulations. She moves on to the regions next, and then maybe the state, and maybe nationals. So a lot in store for Ms. Dela Cruz. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Let's send it over to Mike Gonzalez, who has a Teacher of the Year for the elementary campuses. Mike.
All right, Carlos, thank you very much. Standing here with the elementary Teacher of the Year, Veronica Villegas. Ms. Villegas, when they announced your name, that you were Teacher of the Year, what was your reaction?
I just thought of my students, and I thought of my coworkers, and I thought of everything that I've accomplished so far, and I was very proud of that moment.
And when you got your degree back in 2006 from UTPA, did you think you'd be standing where you are today holding that plaque?
That was my goal. That was a goal of mine. I knew that I wanted to teach in Weslaco because that's where I went to school, that's where I graduated from, and that's where I wanted to give my talents and efforts.
Where is this plaque going to go? Is it going to go in your classroom? Is it going to go home? Is it going to go in another place?
It's going to go in school, in my classroom.
Yeah, and I think you wanted to show it off to them, didn't you?
Yes, I can't wait to get back to class to show it to my kids.
Well, congratulations to you. Well deserved. Carlos, let's send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mike, and that'll wrap up our program here. Our Teacher of the Year Luncheon is in the books for 2018. Congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year, and of course our two that will be representing WISD at the next level. For WISD, I'm Carlos Robledo. We'll see you next time right here on KOS.